and welcome to Football Weekly. Manchester Derby this weekend, a huge weekend of sport, not just football but also Anthony Joshua versus Ray's fight and the Old Firm Scottish Cup Final Derby. But the biggest event of them lot is a Manchester Derby. Sorry, it's my first video in a few days. I was meant to do the United Spurs preview, United Spurs review, but sadly I was sick. But I couldn't let you start for the Manchester Derby preview, and also video tomorrow before the Premier League matches kick off, which is Premier League predictions for this weekend, and obviously scoreline from midweek. But huge game, like the Manchester Derby even is, but it's made even more big, to be honest, because City get beat, even the City draw, you feel like the title is over. As for United, if United lose, they're not getting top four, and after putting on a good result, a midweek good performance, we're back to square one again. We're back to inconsistency again. So we have to back that United and Spurs game up with a point here or a win. If we get a point, and even though Spurs will go above us again, Arsenal could go above us and Chelsea could go further clear of us, but I will be absolutely buzzing with a point. I think the players, Solskjaer will be away that Eddie had, or the empty had, sorry, will be a big point, because it's momentum. This side plays really well against the top six, but they're so inconsistent against the lower teams. In fact, their relegation form, look at the teams we've played this season, bottom half teams. We drew with Aston Villa, Sheffield United away. We've lost to Newcastle away, beat by Palace at home, beat by West Ham away. We drew with Arsenal at home, which, alright, I know Arsenal is still a big club, it's still not a good result at Old Trafford. We drew with Wolves 2 away, and there is some few more bad results I think that I haven't included, but it's lack of consistency. It's always been for United for the last 6 years. If you go back to 2018, last year, when we finished second 2 seasons ago, we were 2-0 down to Man City at the Etihad. We came back and won 3-2, and then we got beat by West Brom a week later at Old Trafford. Like, we've always been inconsistent since Alex Ferguson left, but we are getting worse every year. But good win a midweek, and we have to back it up tomorrow. And yes, Man City a far better team. Man City, one of the best teams on the planet. They have the best midfield maybe in the planet. Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva. They've got Rodri. They've also got Fernandinho on the bench. They've got Phil Foden too, isn't a bad midfielder. They're like Gundogan too. They're like such a good squad, but they've got very beatable. They've got a poor defence, especially without Laporte. They've got no Aguero, no Sané. They lost to Wolves at home. They lost to Palace at home last season. So like, we can't go there and get a result tomorrow. And I don't know why, but after that Spurs game, my expectations has gone up. Like, I thought, I was very negative. I was saying, if we don't beat Spurs, we're gonna go get soft by City. We're gonna finish mid-table. But good win against Spurs. But if we lose against Man City, and I'm saying no excuses, alright, if we go and get beat 2-1 or 1-0, they'll be like, oh, it was very close. Oh, it was a tight game, we're playing Man City. No, we're Manchester United. It's a Manchester derby. We should be up for it. No excuses. Yes, we've got Martial injured. He might be, I think he will be back for the bench, but he won't be starting. Paul Pogba's injured. But look at Man City, they've got their best striker injured, as I said already. One of the best strikers on the planet. They've got Laporte, their best defender, injured. And they've got top class left winger too, Leroy Sané, injured. So there's no excuses for either team if they get beat, because they both have their star players injured. But my prediction is 1 each, and you may be surprised. A lot of people has positive attitude for this weekend against Man City, but I just have a feeling we're going to draw 1 each. I think their defence is shocking. Like, Man City will dominate us possession wise, they will get more shots than us. But like, if we can defend well, this is our tactics against the big six. They will have more possession, more shots, better chances, but if they give that ball away, our front three will hit them the break and we could punish them. Because Man City's defence isn't great, especially without Laporte. And I'm not doing a combined 11 for this because, you know, Man City players will dominate the 11. I think the only really players you would have in United is David De Gea. Some will say Ederson, but I believe David De Gea is better. And based on players available this week, probably Rashford up front, you're ever found Jesus. Obviously, Aguero's better striker than Rashford, but people available, I think only Rashford, De Gea, and maybe Luke Shaw are only people that would get into the combined 11. Maybe Harry Maguire too. Yes, we know he's been playing poor, but he's better than John Stones, he's better than Otamendi. Let's get into the game. Team news. As you can see, my lineup up on the screen there, left hand screen. I think Ollie will pick the same team he named against Tottenham on Wednesday night. Me personally, I wouldn't really have a problem with that because, like, don't change really a winning team, but Young, I wouldn't put Young on it, rather Luke Shaw. Some will say Brandon Williams, but no. Not just because Brandon Williams was decent for a couple of games. He's only really been playing Premier League football for 2 months. And why would you start in a big game like this ahead of Luke Shaw? I would go Luke Shaw left back. But apart from that, I would keep the team we did against Spurs on Wednesday night. I thought Rashford was brilliant. Fred and McTominay were fantastic in midfield. And they are 2 important players for the game tomorrow. Yes, we know Man City have a far better midfield than us. They have a better midfield than anyone in the Premier League. But if they have an off game, if Fred and McTominay perform the way they did on Wednesday night, which they need to, then it's going to be a key battle. And I've said 1 each because we perform better against big six sides. Yes, our away form is dreadful, and yes, we haven't been away to any top 6 teams this season, but I think we'll sit back defend, hit them on the break, and if we can punish them, we could even beat them. But Man City, massive favourites, as you would expect, and they've won 10 of the last 16 Manchester derbies. The other 6, we've won 4 of them, we've drew 2. But we do quite decent at the Etihad. Last year, alright, got beat 3-1. Year before, 2-0 down, came back on 3-2. 2016-17 season, 0-0 game away, which another good point away to Man City. And 2015-16, we beat them 1-0, where Rashford scored a winner. But one man that really needs to be on their game tomorrow and is crucial is Marcus Rashford, who's been unbelievable in the past 10 games. And we've always been saying he plays well for England, he can't for United, but he's been a fantastic form for United as well. Brilliant in midweek. He's got 9 goals, I believe, this season, 9 goals in the Premier League. And there's only one behind his career best of 10. And don't forget, it should be 10 because his goal on Sunday against Aston Villa should have counted. But I'm not going to complain. 9 goals from 15 games for a left winger is very good. And the crazy thing is, I think he's 22. And he is our oldest player out of the front 3. But he does have very good experience. He has over 150 games, I think, now in the Premier League. And you don't really get too many players at that young age. But he does well in the big games, Rashford. He scored 2 in midweek against Spurs. He already scored against Liverpool this season, scored 2 against Chelsea in the League Cup and the first game of the season. Last season, he scored against Spurs last season. I think his first Manchester derby, he scored a few seasons ago. He scored Manchester derby. He delivers in the big games, but the thing is, this is a big game, as I said, for United, because if we lose, then we're back to square one, as I said. We go to Watford, we have an easy run after against, I think we have Everton at home, Watford away, Newcastle at home, and Burnley away. We should be winning them 4 games. And yes, we struggle for consistency against bottom half teams, but if we can draw or even beat Man City, it will give us momentum, and we might actually start to get results against them smaller teams. On news for the Christian Eriksen move to United. The deal is looking close at the minute. He only has 6 months left on his contract. He isn't getting a place at the team for the minute, and he's definitely leaving. But will he go to United? Hopefully. And he will only go for I think for 30 million, because he only has 5 months left on his contract. But I wouldn't be surprised if Real Madrid went for him. A big team like that, he might be looking to play Champions League football next season. And the thing is, will we even get there? I don't think we'll get top 4 unless we will get a point tomorrow against City and then win against Everton, Watford, Newcastle, Burnley, then we have a chance. But our best hope is Europa League, and we can win it. We can win it. I looked over today at the Champions League table or group stages, and third place of each group goes down to the Europa League. And Inter Milan's the only real decent team there. If you look at last season Europa League final, Arsenal and Chelsea both got to the final. If Arsenal can get to the final, like, there's no reason we can. And Chelsea too weren't playing great at that time when they got to the Europa League final, so we could win the Europa League. But I still think we need a few signings if we are to beat teams like Inter Milan. Who else is in the Europa League? Like Roma. We need signings, and we need a change with Ed Woodward, the Glazers. But the thing is, it won't change, it won't happen, and I can't say it's going really challenging for titles in the next 10 years if they're still at this club. And it's sad to say, but truth has to be told. But tomorrow I want to see United to turn up against Spurs, United to turn up against Big Six, show passion, aggression, we'll see leadership from the likes of Scott McTominay as our future United captain. I want to see, don't want to see any panicking. We're 150k big footballers, so there's no reason we can't go and beat City tomorrow. Show me why, show us United fans why you are worth 150,000 a week. Well, no, of course any of you aren't worth that much in football these days, but show us why you have talent. We know Scott McTominay, Rashford has been consistent this season, but I want to see Fred to keep it up. I want to see the Harry Maguire we saw at the World Cup last year and the Leicester from last season, because that is crucial tomorrow. I think our defence, Victor Lindelof was solid in midweek. He had great last season, but he hasn't been at his best this season. He has not been good at all, but hopefully after a good performance in midweek, after when every header can go into tomorrow's game with confidence. And Harry Maguire too, he wasn't good against Spurs. I don't think he was at fault for the first goal, but show me why you're meant to be one of the best defenders in the Premier League. And we can't afford any panic and any stupid mistakes tomorrow, because we have been doing them this season. We can't afford to do it tomorrow against one of the best attacks in the planet, even without Aguero. So thanks for watching, subscribe, also hit that like button. Hope you have a good evening and speak to you all soon.